getting shoved out an airlock. So Leo signs, I literally saw an airlock as I felt the energy behind your cards, and also a wagon wheel. Looking at the cards, we got the Ten of Pentacles reversed, so there's definitely a sense of leaving home, and also maybe being forced to do so. We don't want to leave home. That's why the Ten of Pentacles is reversed. Maybe you love your house. You love the luxuries that you have in your home, and the lovers, and maybe even there's a person there too. But you know, it's the place you want to be, whether because there's a person there or just because that's where you want to be. And there's a sense that you have to leave this place. Hopefully this is temporary. I'm getting the feeling it's temporary. For some of you, maybe it's permanent. But let's see what's on the bottom here. The Chariot reversed. It is movement in a direction we didn't want to go. Underneath that is Judgment. Oh, wow. So this could be this could be a final thing. You know, this isn't just going on vacation. This isn't just going on a business trip. This is being forced out of our home, out of a place that we really love, or away from a person we really love. Maybe on a final basis, or maybe there is a finality to it with Judgment. Strength card. Maybe it hasn't happened yet, or it's on deck to happen. Strength card is, maybe you guys are actually stalling it, or you've been withholding doing this. Let's take these bottom cards away and see what the top cards are looking like, actually. So let's see what the next couple cards are. Okay, we have got the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Hanged Man. It's, yeah, it's like in order to be an adult, or like to be the best person in this situation, to be a leader, to be a model person. So the King of Wands is kind of being a role model. In order to be that role model, you actually lose out. You lose out in order, maybe it's because it's the right thing to do, and you get fucked in the process. You get screwed over. You end up having to leave your house even though it's the right thing to do. And you're kind of telling yourself lies like, well, you know, I got to do what I got to do. Seven of Swords is a bit of deceit. So maybe you actually don't have to give this up. Maybe there's some kind of middle ground, or some sort of, what do you call that? Compromise. Maybe there's some kind of compromise where you don't have to lose out on this home or this situation that is like, the Ten of Pentacles is something you've really built, like almost like a whole life. You know, it could be like a home, something you've invested like 10 years of your life. So it's something significant that you're losing here, whether it's property or whether it's like a relationship you've invested like 10 years on. It's something big, and you might not even have to lose it, but you're thinking you do just because you think it's the right thing to do, and this is just how things have to be. Let's pull Oracle cards and see if we can find out more. Tell me more about this reading for Leo. By the way, if you are enjoying my videos, don't forget to check out Patreon. I just launched a Patreon account, and I'll have monthly readings. I will have love readings there. So come and check that out if you're interested. Links will be below, and also on my profile on TikTok. Yeah, oof, the Queen. Man, the Queen has a lot of expectations. In the next couple cards. The Skull and Crossbones or the Rope. Oh my God. Someone is like literally all or nothing. All or nothing. So let me give you an example. Someone is like, there is no compromise for someone. Someone is acting like there is no compromise. It could be you. Maybe you're not seeing a compromise because, well, things are all or nothing. And we're going to pull advice in a second and see if that's the case. But I'm kind of gathering that maybe this isn't the case. That's just your perspective. That's just the way you're acting. Or somebody in you or someone else in your life is acting this way where they're completely uncompromising. And that's the reason why somebody loses out on something that they've really built over a long period of time. It doesn't even have to be this way. It's just the way somebody's acting and forcing the situation to be as such. I think this Queen needs to be a bit more flexible. Or if she was, maybe this person wouldn't need to hold out. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you're in a relationship where you live with someone and you're separating. And so you're married, you're separating, and you're going through a separation. And one person's like, well, I don't even want you in my house. And the other person's like, well, this is where we both live. We've put a lot of work into this. Maybe there's a middle ground, you know? But one person is very much drawing hard lines and is being uncompromising. And on the bottom is the Crown. They're being a little bit entitled. They're being a little bit entitled. They're kind of trying to get more out of the situation than maybe is even fair. It could be just because this is a way to get back at the person if they choose the nothing, right? If it's a choice where it's like all or nothing, and then there's consequences, and then this person can then be uncompromising as part of the consequences. Apply that as it will. Let's pull some advice now and go ahead and figure out how you guys can either deal with this person, or if, maybe you guys just need to cool off, be a little bit more flexible, maybe make some more compromises, maybe not set such hard lines like all or nothing, like we're either, in the previous example, it's like, well, we're either married or we're not living together at all. Maybe there's a middle ground, right? Especially if you have kids or something. Let's see what comes out here for advice. Any advice here for Leo? Any advice for Leo, please? For Leo? Any advice? Wow. Okay, this is getting really interesting. So first we have the Knight of Cups reversed. This is actually talking about a situation that is not maybe, how shall I put it, romantic. So let's stick with the example of the separation from before. In this case, it's like you're not being romantic with this person. The Lovers is reversed here also. So there's no more romance. There's no more romance, and that is just a fact. Now, can you work with that? Yes. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is details. So can you work out details such that even though there's no romance, everyone can benefit? Yes. The Emperor with Justice. We can make it such that everyone wins, even though things aren't, these two people are not sweet on each other. There is no attraction. There is, the rapport is not there. Okay, so two people, there's no rapport between two people, and yet there's a way to be civil and logical and just kind of like work with what you have, and that's a compromise. That would yield a compromise where both people actually get to win out and nobody gets pushed out an airlock. Remember, that was the first thing I saw. So nobody would get pushed out an airlock in this scenario. So maybe all it takes is coming up with some kind of specifics. That's eight of Pentacles. How are we going to make this work? Well, here are the specifics. Here's how we can make it work in a very specific way. Eight of Pentacles. And then everybody benefits. Nobody has to leave. Nobody gets essentially ejected, right? Ejected out of their home or out of their life. Let's pull Oracle cards for you. Any other advice here for Leo signs? Any other advice for Leo? Okay, wow, number 2. Work with another person, 2 people. We're talking about 2 people here, so work with them. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I'm just getting a sense that someone's pride is hurt. Someone, the number 1 with the cave here is someone is like all up in their own head. They're in their head about this situation, and maybe their pride's hurt, or maybe they were just kind of like circling, looping on these same thought patterns, and they haven't quite figured out how to get out of it. And this person also might have a lot to consider, a lot to think about, a lot of emotions to process. The cave is complexity. It is like going into your own, it's like the cave actually represents the cave that is yourself. It's like going deep within yourself to figure out your own shit. So this person might have just a lot to process too. And that's part of the reason why they're being uncompromising. But the advice is to try to work with this person by bringing forth a specific proposal. A specific proposal that is like, here's how we can make it work, right? Here's how this situation can work out for everyone, everyone's best and everyone's benefit. All right, that's it. Leo signs, thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys liked this reading. Don't forget to check out Patreon and follow the channel, subscribe. With that, I will see you next time.